In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 11, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Utah Jazz versus San Antonio Spurs. The Utah Jazz travel for a Western Conference road matchup with the San Antonio Spurs on tonight. The Jazz are 4th in the West and have won 11 of their last 14 games. The Spurs find themselves 2 games out of the play-in tournament, in 12th place in the conference. The Jazz are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 road games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Spurs are 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 home games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The under is 4-0 in Jazz last 4 overall. The under is 4-1 in Spurs last 5 overall. The Jazz are 9-23-1 against the spread in the last 33 meetings in San Antonio and 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The Spurs are in danger of falling too far behind in the Western Conference playoffs entering this tough game with the Utah Jazz. They are in 12th place, 2 games back of the New Orleans Pelicans for the final spot. They are running out of time and unfortunately have to face an Utah Jazz team trying to cling on to the 4th seed. Utah lost a big game against Dallas on Monday before crushing Portland, and you can be sure they'll be ready to play. They have won 11 of their last 14 games overall. The Utah Jazz have quietly started to heat up, and they're winning in the favorite role by an average of 7.9 points. The San Antonio Spurs can't get out of their own way as the defense continues to struggle, and they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 6 points. The Spurs have been better on the road than at home this season, somewhat of a thick line for a road team, but I can't get behind the Spurs here, so Utah Jazz to win and over the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Although they hit a rough defensively playing without Rudy Gobert for extended periods this winter, the Jazz are still one of the premier defensive clubs when they have all of their dogs in the lineup. They are the 2nd best rebounding team in the NBA and use Gobert to dominate opposing teams on the inside. Jacob Poeltl is a solid young center for San Antonio, but he will have a tough time on Friday. The total number has gone under in 9 of Utah's last 13 games overall. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Raptors versus Phoenix Suns. The Toronto Raptors are in the middle of a 6-game road trip and will play the first of a back-to-back set when they face the Phoenix Suns. Nick Nurse's team managed to avoid the 4th consecutive defeat with a win over San Antonio. The Phoenix Suns returned home from a 3-game road trip and 2 wins in the bag as they beat Orlando and Miami after losing to Milwaukee. These inter-conference rivals have met once this season, and Phoenix secured a 99-95 win in Canada, but couldn't cover a minus 4.5 spread in the process. The Raptors were better in the previous 10 head-to-head encounters. The Raptors are 15-7 against the spread in their last 22 games playing on 1 day's rest, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Suns are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 home games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The under is 5-0 in Raptors' last 5 overall. The over is 23-9 in Suns' last 32 games playing on 1 day's rest. The Raptors are 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 meetings in Phoenix and 7-20-1 against the spread in the last 28 meetings. The Toronto Raptors have been on the struggle bus these last few weeks, and we need to see the offense pick things up before I can start backing them against some of the better teams in the league. The Phoenix Suns got Booker back in the mix, and they return home, where they win by an average of 8 points. The Suns also win in the favorite role by an average of 9 points. We're not being asked to lay anything crazy here. Give me the Suns and the reasonable chalk. So Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Apart from the latest win against San Antonio, Toronto's offense is struggling recently and now has to face Phoenix's extraordinary defense that kept the opponents to under 100 points in 3 of the last 5 games. The Suns are 2nd when it comes to defensive rating, while Toronto's offense is not a fast one. The Raptors are 26th in pace with 96 possessions per 48 minutes. The Raptors, on the other hand, are not bad in defensive rating. The Suns rank 9th in pace heading into this home game with Toronto. They will be without Chris Paul here, so the numbers are a bit skewed from their rampant pace earlier in the season. Toronto needs a win here as they're fighting for the 6th seed in a loaded Eastern Conference, so expect them to pull out the defensive clamps and come out with an excellent effort here coming off a big win against the San Antonio Spurs. Phoenix ranks 2nd in defensive rating, so you know they will come out and play feisty on that end. I certainly don't expect to see a high-scoring affair here. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Wizards versus Los Angeles Lakers. The Washington Wizards are playing in a hot and cold form of late, but they are struggling in general. Since January 20th, they suffered 14 losses in 20 games. The Los Angeles Lakers, on the other hand, are in worse form than the Wizards as they lost 9 of the last 11 games. This is a must-win game for the Lakers before they travel to Phoenix to take on the Suns. These inter-conference rivals will meet for the first time this season, while last season, the Wizards swept the series with 2 wins. Washington was better in 7 of the previous 10 head-to-head encounters. The Wizards are 7-16-1 against the spread in their last 24 road games and 16-33-2 against the spread in their last 51 games overall. The Lakers are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games as a favorite and 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The over is 4-0 in Wizards' last 4 overall. The under is 4-1 in Lakers' last 5 home games. The under is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings in Los Angeles and 5-2 in the last 7 meetings. This season has rapidly deteriorated for the Lakers this season. They have, in fact, lost 6 of their last 7 games. However, there is a sense that they may start to find their best when their backs are completely to the wall, which is certainly the case now. The Lakers should rely on LeBron to lead them out of this current dip in form. The Wizards will stay relevant. They will stay steady, but they won't be able to put enough offense on the board to stay relevant through the entirety of the 48 minutes. So the Los Angeles Lakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Washington's games have been quite productive in terms of points lately. 6 of the last 7 went over, including each of the previous 4. These rivals are not even in the top 15 when it comes to defensive rating, while the Lakers are 4th in pace with 100 possessions per 48 minutes. That means a lot of attempts from Los Angeles, and given how the Lakers' defense has been leaky recently, the hosts can only rely on their offense to hand them a win. The Lakers have averaged 110 points per game, which is 13th in the NBA. The Wizards have managed 108 points per game, 21st in the league. There is plenty of work to be done to collect 228 points combined, but it is likely that both teams will find their best rhythm and maintain a high pace of play to carry the points total over. It's going to be an exciting game and the teams will trade buckets. So over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.